dear.
There are the things I want to know. Secrets start in your heart so slow.
Hello everybody, welcome to Toffee Bluecast. This is my birthday and I am 5. Everyone won yesterday very goodly. And I might pass you on to my dad now, so bye.
Who scored?
Corey!
Are you happy?
Yes!
Everton won yesterday, and it's your birthday today. You're a happy girl, ain't you?
Yeah!
So what do you think of Everton?
Amazing!
Sing the Everton song before you go.
Everton, we're forever Everton. Woohoo!
Say bye.
Bye!
There we go. There we go. And here we have him. Paul, get him on. Say bye.
Bye, Paul.
No, bye, Paul. Bye, everyone.
Bye, Paul. Bye, everyone.
Up them.
Up them fucking toffees.
Oh, love it. There you go. See you later.
See you later, Paul.
Say bye-bye.
Bye-bye, Paul.
See you now.
Right.
Bye-bye.
Later.
Bye-bye.
There we are. She wanted the intro. She wanted the intro. It's a birthday. We had to give her the intro. She was excited. Well, she did a good job.
I was out of the door on my arse then, wasn't I?
She did a good job then, bless her. There's loads on. Get on. Good. I have got another person on with me.
Great performance over the weekend, the Unicorn. Amazing performance.
There you go. I've got the top on. The Everton Unicorn. We won. Stole the top. Stole the show. The Unicorn worked. Everyone asked for it. I gave it to them. We did it. The Unicorns do work. Love it. Up the fucking tops, everyone. This is going to be a show, by the way. I've just rushed back from a meal now and got the bevy as well. Paul, how you feeling? How are you feeling? And in the comments, how you feel? Everyone, how you feeling?
Something. It was weird. It was weird Sunday. I didn't kick the cat. I didn't get in a big grump. I actually watched Match of the Day, which was a really strange feeling. Although they had a couple of pundits on that I don't really like. But apart from that, it was a really strange feeling, and I hope we do it again next weekend.
Well, on Match of the Day, there was like Bournemouth didn't turn up. No, Brentford didn't turn up. Brentford didn't turn up. No. Brentford got spanked by Everton. Everton turned up. They like to belittle us, don't they? But we won't go on that too much because I don't care because Everton have smashed them. I said on the channel there was. I put my mouth out there and I could have got called out that I was wrong, could look stupid, but I just knew it. I just knew we could do this. And it's not about me being right. It's about we needed a win and we needed to get behind them and get a win, didn't we, Paul?
Yeah, well, it's about me being right as well.
Yeah. What score did you say?
I said a 3-2 win. So we both weren't far off, to be fair. One or two of them. And lots of I'm pretty sure there's someone last on pre-match who said 3-1 as well. So if you remember who you are, then you can let us know in the comments. But no, great feeling, really good performance, and just nice to not be in a mood afterwards.
Look at this. Look at this smile. Look at this smile. You can't beat it. I'm happy. Pablo's in the comments. Blues is in the comments. Get involved in the comments. We want to hear how you feel. I mean, we haven't done a win yet on the channel. So this is our first win this season. And some people will say, oh, you're over celebrating a win. But I'm sure we would have got a lot of negativity and grief and stick if we didn't win. So why not celebrate that we broke the duck, broke the curse?
Yeah.
And I'm so happy. I'm so happy.
If it's a win for us, you can't celebrate enough. And anyone who says you shouldn't celebrate gets stuff because it doesn't happen very often for us at the moment. So
shall I do it, Paul?
Up the toffees.
Shall I crack it? Shall I crack it?
Yeah.
Stone Cold Steve Austin.
You can tell me
what top is, baby.
Proper cider.
Ric Flair. Get involved. Get your bevies out. If you don't drink, don't drink. Don't promote drinking. But if you do drink, get a bevy out. We're having a show tonight. Get on, get on. We are the Everton. Well, come on, Paul. Let's do this then. What we got? What we got? I mean, I've been out. I haven't been able to put anything together.
You
Paul's
have.
got some bits for you on the show.
You've had a busy birthday day, haven't you?
I'm so excited. I'm loving it. I'm buzzing. I am. I've been playing songs all the way back. Beto is a king. Beto is a king. Calvert-Lewin as well. Loving it.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I'm just really happy. I really am happy about this because the curse was strong and we broke it. And it wasn't easy to break it. We will talk about that. I mean, of course, when Everton go 1-0 up, it doesn't go 2-3 and we have a relaxing game. We concede one and we all poo our pants, get scared, sweat a bit. Are we going to stay in the game after going 1-1? That's what we're thinking. And then let's get on to it then, Paul. What you got?
Well, I mean, I listened to, you went on and did a space, didn't you, before kickoff? And because there was a little bit of fume going on, wasn't there, with the line?
Can I address that?
Yeah,
can I address that?
Right.
Everyone on, listen to this. Before the game, I've said to everyone, whatever the lineup, be positive. Don't be negative before the ball is kicked because we need to win that game. Don't go into that game negative. And the lineups come out. Everybody wanted Danjuma. Everybody. And Danjuma was dropped. Garner was put in. And then the toxic boom. Every tweet was like, I'm fuming. Dyche out. This is it. Dyche gone. This is disgusting. Dyche. That's it. That's the end for me. Dyche gone. And I thought, you know what? I can't be doing with this before a game. I don't go into the war. I don't go into a battle with that sort of attitude, retreating. No. I go into it like, yes, let's do this. Whoever's playing, I don't care. They're all professional footballers. And this game means a lot. Don't forget how much this game means just because you're in a mood about the frigging lineup. It's not about us getting the lineup we want. It's about us getting the 3 points. So I quickly was like, right, I wasn't ready. I set up a space quick, did a space. And for the first 15 minutes before the game, obviously you was listening to it as well, I turned a few people positive and I just got the positive spirit going. And I was just like saying, Doucouré is going to get close to Beto. He's got a good chance. I actually said that. Doucouré is going to get close to Beto. He's got a good chance of scoring. And he did. I said that just before the game. And I said, be positive. Garner's better defensively than Danjuma. That could be the reason that Dyche has done this. Get behind it. And a few people turned positive before the kickoff. Then even Toffee, someone on Twitter says, you know what? I was negative, but now you've got me up for it, he says. Did you hear him? He goes, I was negative, but you've got me up for it now. You started twisting my mind. He's like, bugger it, we're going to win. And that's the energy I like to spread. And that's the energy we all need to spread because I'm telling you, one Evertonian is positive. Every Everton fan wants to be positive. You can turn those negative ones positive. It's inside. You just need to bring it out. It's there. I did it when I spoke to Raf on the space, like after the Arsenal game. He goes, you think that we're going to beat Brentford? I goes, yeah, I do. He goes, you're having a laugh. And then later on in the space, Raf goes, you know what? Bugger it. We are going to beat Brentford. And I swayed him as well. So that was my point. It was too negative for me before the game. And yeah, it's not about me being right, but I was right to get us positive. And the fans was incredible, which we'll talk about. I don't know what it is at the minute. I don't go to all the games, so I can't say much, but I can still have an opinion because I do go to quite a few games and I turn up when I'm with the fans. And I just think the fans at home just seem hostile and scared. The fans away, when they're traveling that far, they sing their hearts out. And when we was at home and I watched us on TV, you couldn't hear the fans against Arsenal. You couldn't hear them all game. And at home with 40,000, we went away to Brentford here with less fans, and that's all you could hear on TV. There was back. I know our away fans are incredible. That's what kept us up. I think the home fans have got to say to themselves now, I want to be a part of it. There's got to be in competition, hasn't it? If you away fans are like that and you're all tweeting videos on Twitter after the game saying it was incredible, the atmosphere was incredible, the home fans have got to want to be a part of that and start that themselves. And it's got to be a competition. So, right, you away fans was that loud. Our home fans, boom, trigger, competition. Because the atmosphere is massive. It is. When you play football as a player, if that atmosphere is booming, 40,000 people, it helps. So that's that on that. But I'm sure a few will agree with me.
Well, good on you for the positivity. But I tell you what, I mean, you brought it out yourself. You sort of mentioned that the unicorn could make an appearance, and it did. and we won. So you've set a precedence for yourself now, haven't you?
I know. I was hoping to keep the unicorn away and think that we'd have a good season this season. And obviously, we couldn't win a game in 5, and people was requesting it, and they said it's my fault. You said it's my fault that we haven't been winning, and they said get the unicorn back out. Now, I didn't think it would be lucky. It was. And we'll get the unicorn back out until we lose. But if it can just get us going, get the ball rolling, and get us some form, it only needs to start a bit of luck to get us going. It don't need to be used all the time. It's a bit stupid. It's a laugh, but it definitely helped us. Eliana had the Rocky jacket on. I was unicorn. I have a Tim Cahill shirt on here. Look. Now, this is a blow-up balloon unicorn, but it's class. Now, this is Eliana's got a unicorn for a birthday. We're all unicorned up in this house. I tell you, it's magic. It's magic.
Well,
look at the
it worked, mate. Should we have a little, run through the game and that?
Let's get ready for business. Come on. We'll do this let's just skim through it. Let's go.
There you go. So it's just a few stills from the game because most of us watched it or we've seen replays since. And so we're just sort of going through the first half, really. The first goal comes from a corner. And did you notice as well, and Emma had mentioned it, she said, we scored 1 if Ashley Young's on free kicks, and we'd scored 3 if he wasn't. Well, Ashley Young wasn't on free kicks as far as I could see. So I think James Garner and McNeil were on. In fact, Garner curls this one in. Look at the line of 6 lads that we've got as well from that corner. You know, you've got looks like Brantwaite in there, right in the mix. McNeil near post and so on. So then we get a bit of a break. I just like the way that we committed ourselves from corners, and there was a definite plan as well to get it right in that 6-yard box, wasn't there? There was no kind of floating it around to the far post or anything like that. It was more driven, and we caused them problems. So the keeper punches it out. Tarkowski eventually, when Garner gets the ball, James Garner gets the ball back on our left-hand side, just drills it over, Tarkowski down. He said that he saw Decore at the corner of his eye. Decore just hits it on the half volley and just floats right in. How did you feel when that went in?
Well, I was when Decore did that, I was like, Jukes! I was absolutely... Mate, that's a Zinedine Zidane. That's Zidane Corey. That is unbelievable. Or Zerlo or DeCurlo. I don't know. That was what a shot. Like you say, and the Blues says there, considering they're good at set pieces. Well, the reason being is because we were so bad at set pieces last game. We was all fuming. We've seen how bad there was. I think Dyche identified it, and I think he gave him a bollocking. You could see it was a lot better. There was a cracking line that you've just put up first. The knockdown was good.
There you
go. They planned it. Tarkowski knockdown to Decore, and look at that. Look, it's a cracking line. When you've got Onana that's 6'6", and you've got Beto in the box, about 6'3", and you've got Tarkowski that's just a unit, is a stack, and then you've got Brantwaite that's been scoring goals on loan for fun. They can't handle us. No team in the league will handle us if the set plays are good. They just won't, because normally you'd say pick up Brantwaite and we're okay, but then you've got Tarkowski. Pick up Brantwaite and Tarkowski and we're okay. No, you've got Beto. Pick up Beto, Brantwaite and Tarkowski. Then we've got Onana as well. Exactly. There's a lot of good people in the box on that. There is.
Yeah. And I noticed as well, when they cleared the ball from the keeper's bunch off there, it goes out outside of the area. It's actually Young who runs right across from where he was on the centre spot to keep the ball in our possession, gives it to James Garner, who then gets it over. But the lads didn't. I mean, Brantwaite there is on the edge of the box, but you've still got Onana, Decore, and Beto. Tarkowski's the header. So we stayed up. We didn't suddenly think, oh, we've lost the ball, we better go and run back. We were confident enough to stay in there, and it paid off.
That's confident to stay in there. That's naughty. That's a proper naughty finish. That's how you dream to hit a ball, because not many score that chance that Decore's put in there. Don't just take it for granted, because that from something Decore shouldn't score. That is
Yeah.
a proper finish. That is. He's connected. It's half a volley, and he's connected with it perfect, and it's just going into the roof up as you go. No keeper will save that, by the way. Even Pickford wouldn't save
No.
that. I was just
And
really happy with that goal.
Blue's mentioning about their keeper on corners. Maybe they've spotted that beforehand. You know, maybe that's one thing that we've actually spotted and then worked on and pressured them to cave in from. So I'm glad they
I
did.
did see.
Glad they did.
I don't know whether you've seen this, Blues. I did see Decore was aggravating the keeper. His job was to stand around the keeper, aggravate him, and it did prevent the keeper from coming out on a couple of occasions. So maybe that was a plan from us as well, is to stop the keeper coming out, and then we can get onto it.
I think he'd had a rocket up his arse, and Decore, because I mean, especially that first half, he was all over the place, but certainly going forward. So this is our next one. This is actually from when we've got the ball on our own half, on the halfway line. Tarkowski's got the ball sort of inside right area. And he's not just done a 5-yard pass and then we just keep possession. He's actually seen Decore making a run. This is the one where Decore's actually backed his way into the defender, brought it down on his chest. And again, same kind of shot, exactly the same kind of shot, but this time it's hit the bar. But again, we've got lads in the area behind him, and he just seemed to be full of confidence yesterday. Just seemed to be full of it and on the ball for once.
Was this the one that hit the joint? It was, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the one that hit the woodwork. It's one of them you hit so clean. You hit it that well that it hits the woodwork. I've just got to identify this comment here, Paul.
Go on.
One key issue from me is, why is Dan channeling his in Elvis? Because a little less conversation, a little more action, and that's what Everton did. Give us a little bit more action. Pablo and
it's it's one for the money and two for the show, isn't it? So
yeah, I ain't nothing but a hound dog, Pablo. I ain't nothing but a hound dog, Pablo. Right.
But at that
point,
point, I was just going to say, at that point, 10 minutes in, we've had 2 or 3 efforts at goal. McNeil's run through as well. His shot has just gone wide as well.
Do you know where? If McNeil hit it with the outside of his foot, it would have killed him, because he hit it with the slice, the inner side of the foot. It's always curling away. So it was going in when he first hit it, but it's kind of, because it's the inside, it just curls away, doesn't it? But the keeper thinks that's gone in. That McNeil chance, yeah, he does think it's gone in.
Fair dues. But yeah, we were on it. It was good. It was good. Pablo says that about Decore. I hope he's right. I hope that's the case. We did get set back. We did get set back a few minutes later, didn't we? Which was frustrating. The initial shout that they had for offside, where they flicked it with his heel over, that's still that they had when they brought it up for the VAR. Actually, their striker didn't. Was it Wisser? Wisser wasn't even going for the ball then, so that's why they got away with that. And then the shot that goes across. I mean, it's just one of them things, isn't it? Really, because as he's hit it, Pickford's actually got a hand on it, but Tarkowski was behind him. You're never going to let a ball go past you, are you? Especially as a goalkeeper, you're going to get a touch. You're never going to leave it to go past you so a defender on the line gets it. So it was just one of those things, really. We had plenty of people back. It was a hell of a hit. It was a hell of a shot, to be fair. So I was just kind of accepting of it, really. I still thought that we were playing really well, and I'm really glad that we just didn't cave at that point either. We showed a little bit of resilience, a bit of strength actually after that goal, and we didn't cave at all, which was good.
On the first chance that you said, on that whistle chance where it was offside, I was glad that the referee blew the whistle. Yeah, I was, and it probably was onside. It probably was onside. Yeah. Did you like that? Glad the referee blew the whistle, but it probably was onside, and it should have been a goal. And then this comes, Paul. This comes, and if Pickford didn't get his hands on it, Tarkowski would have cleared it. But like you say, if Pickford lets it go past him and Tarkowski doesn't get on it, you say he probably
you're
should
not
have got
gonna
his hands on it.
You're not going to
It's
do that, are
just
you?
it's just the Everton curse. You can guarantee when we're 1-0 up and we should have just scored earlier on with a Decore chance, with a McNeil chance, when they get their chance with the Everton curse, no matter what we do, we could have 100 players on that line. It will go in the back of the net. It'll pinball back in the net. It's just the Everton curse. And to break this barrier of winning, it was always going to be hard for us. And we knew we wanted it to just be 5-0. I did, but we knew it was going to not go our way. And they scored this. And like you say, they always say that the team that scores, they get the momentum. So when we're 1-0 up and we're all happy and then Brentford score, you think they're going to get the momentum and you think, wow, they're going to end up on top and everything we've done for nothing. And they could go 2-1 like Sheffield United before half time. But no, Everton, after this goal, didn't change, didn't crumble, didn't crack. And all those players thought, we're better than you. We're just going to keep doing what we're doing and we'll get back into the game. And I like to see that. Sean Dyche says the word resilience, and I think you're bang on. I like the mentality there, because if we see that in other games when things don't go our way and we can stick at it and carry on, then it's going to help us this season.
True. I agree.
Of course you do.
This was, well, of course. Well, actually, this was obviously after their equaliser and stuff. This is where Garner Gay sort of runs a good sort of 20, 30 yards, middle of the pitch. Beto was in between the two centre backs. And Garner Gay just waits for his moment to just play it in straight line, just through there, because he knows that Beto is going to latch onto it. And that's what we want, isn't it? We want those midfielders to be able to get in those positions and feed, whether it's DCL or it's Beto, because this kind of situation is generally what strikers like Beto and DCL are all about. You know, battle with the two centre backs, get a little bit of space and get a shot. And his shot didn't pay off, and he sort of scuffed it a little bit over the keeper, went wide. But that was encouraging then. It was encouraging, wasn't it?
I actually seen something on this that a lot of Everton fans probably didn't see. When Beto's just gone past the player there, he's dropped his crown and his crowns fell off, and it's distracted him on the shot, and that's why he missed the shot. But Beto the King dropped his crown. I think the player knocked his crown off his head. A lot of people.
I don't think he sort of calculated the weight balance if he'd lost it, so that may be why it went wide.
But Chris Peacock here, put your comments on so we can interact. We need a big Everton fan get together today. We're smashing it. We've won a game. Chris Peacock here says, brilliant work off the ball. Let's keep the work up for the rest of the season. And Beto, he's a powerhouse. He works hard. He grafts. He says he grafts, and he does. And I've seen a few people get onto Beto. But by the way, these chances that Beto's getting, he's creating himself. No other striker goes past this player like this and gets himself into a position to nearly be one-on-one. It takes a bit out of you doing what Beto does. But then I see people jumping on Beto just because he missed the chance. No other striker does that. If you play that ball to Mopé, by the way, the Brentford defender gets it, turns around, and the ball's back up our pitch. With Beto, it doesn't happen. He earns himself that chance, and if he misses it, yes, score the next one, but don't get onto him because he missed it, because Beto's hold-up play was fantastic. And he's the missing piece of the jigsaw. Beto is. We look a lot better with him on the pitch, because everything we put into that man's feet, he holds it up. The flick-ons that he does, he did a flick-on to Decore where he's nearly through on goal. There was a moment where Beto ran down the wing in this sort of position, and he ran down the wing in the Andy Johnson sort of run, lost cause, get it in the wing, and puts it across the box, and Decore's running in, and Decore doesn't even know it's coming. But I think when players realise how good Beto is, you'll see Decore get closer to him, you'll see Danjuma get closer to him, and you'll see McNeil and other players get closer to him. Beto is amazing, and I can't wait to see what he's got. He's amazing. Go on, Paul.
Yeah. I actually like his hold-up play for it as well. I tell you what, he didn't have to go back into some of the defenders and win some of them balls that were floating in from throw-ins and things like that. So I'm yeah, I'm as positive as you are about him. I really think he can do well.
Paul, he turns. Do you know sometimes if the defence of Brentford they underhit the pass or they overhit it, he's onto it. He's straight onto it. He turns over possession. There's a couple of times where Beto just ran, closed them down, and we get a throw in, and they lose possession. The amount of times that Beto makes them lose possession is amazing. Yeah. He runs. We've been crying out for a striker like Beto for so long. We had Lukaku, and we've had nothing like it since. And I'm telling you, Beto is class. He's a bit clumsy with his finishing sometimes, but with everything else he's got and he brings and he adds, I can accept that he's a bit clumsy. But we've seen that he can finish Doncaster as well. Strikers just need confidence. I do believe if he gets the chances he had like this next game, he will be putting them in the back of the net. So get behind him. Don't jump on him for missing those chances.
Yeah, dead right. We get into second half, halfway through the second half, actually. I thought it was just
there you go. Just on that, what I said. There you go, Paul. People slagging Beto off need to give the head a wobble. Yeah. True.
So, we came out second half. I thought we were all right. I thought we controlled it, sort of, maybe not as well as we did in the first sort of half hour. They came out, blazing as well, really. But I was never sort of scared of us getting battered at that point. I still felt as though we had plenty in the game. And we did cause them problems. This is the corner for Tarkowski. And as you said as well, if you sort of look at this one, there's the Corey centre with his arms out. He's just come off the keeper there, getting pushed by the defender a little bit. Again, look at that line of lads who were in there. This is going off a McNeil corner, swinging in with his left foot. Plenty of people in there. Usually one person on the edge of the box, just in case it comes out. I'm confident if you can get those set pieces at a decent height, not too high, not hitting the first man, just in that sweet spot, then we're gonna be successful from them. Having tall lads like that is going to make a difference.
Well, if you look at this, get on the channel. By the way, I don't normally say this enough, but if you can like this stream and you can subscribe, it's appreciated. We're just about bringing Evertonians together, and there's plenty on tonight, and that's our aim. We keep pushing it to try and get loads of Evertonians in the comments. That's what we want it to be. An Everton fan get together. That's what the Bluecast is. So if you can like and subscribe, it's appreciated, right? So I'm excited. I'm talking way too fast here. If you look at what you've just said, they're all in a line, look. So if the cross is good, it can land on Branthwaite's head. It can land on Decore's head. It can land on Tarkowski's head. It can land on Mikalenko's head. You've got Onana running on from deep, and you've got Beto back post. That is orgasmic. That is Viagra, I'm telling you. Because, look, Branthwaite is amazing at heading the ball. He's front post. Beto eats players for breakfast. He's back post. Onana's 6'6". Tarkowski's in the box headbutting everyone. That's a winning combination. And I can't see, like the Blues said earlier on, this is a team that's good on set pieces. And they couldn't handle us. I can't see anybody this season handling us if we keep going like this on set pieces. It wasn't right last game, but it's been put right this game. Something got identified.
Well, like you were saying, about Decore early on, you mentioned about him sort of being around the keeper, causing problems. And because he'd done that earlier on in the game off plenty of our set pieces, just prior to that corner coming in, the keeper and the defender were completely obsessed with Decore. He weren't really focusing on the ball in or anyone else. And just at the last moment, if anything, the keeper and the defender pushed Decore out away from the line. And because then the keeper's pushing Decore as the ball's floating, he then drops back and he's not got any time to react to anything. He's just obsessed with Decore. So he's done his job. Because it was at a decent height, decent speed. If he'd come out to try and claim it, he's still got to get through all them bodies. And look at Tark's eyes. He's just focused on that ball straight away, isn't he?
This is what I said earlier on, and I noticed it. that player is grabbing Decore there because Decore's only job is to get in front of the keeper. I'm thinking to myself, Decore, please don't foul the keeper because I don't want them to get a free kick. I want this corner to come in.
Yeah.
I don't want you to give them an easy way out, Decore. So I'm thinking, please don't foul the keeper. But he's played it right. And sometimes Decore doesn't even need to put the keeper off, but just those two players there in front of the keeper stops him from coming out. It makes him think twice. And it worked massively. As long as Decore doesn't give them a free kick, that works all the time for me, and I'm happy with it. And we've kind of put the keeper off, and we've got beasts in the box all over, and it's just a winning combination.
Yeah, and I like is when we've got someone sort of near post as well. I hate it when all of you you're taking a corner, all of your people in the area just all go to the back, or they all sort of stay tight in the middle or something. Do you know what I mean? You need to have a bit of a spread. So if it doesn't go great, the corner kick, you're not hitting the first man. You're actually hitting your own man who's at the front post. You know,
100%. I'm just gonna identify this comment. I gave Ashley Young a bit of grief last time because his set plays wasn't good. I'm not onto him. I just know he can be better. And this game, like you said, I was worried when Ashley Young got a yellow card so early on. And I thought, oh my God, because they look good down the left-hand side. And I thought, Young, what are you doing? That's too easy because he didn't need to do what he did to get the yellow card.
Less than 50 seconds.
Yeah. And you knew he was in trouble on that yellow card, but the way he played on that yellow card, it showed his experience in football, and he was no problem. He had them, he handled them, and he was the good Ashley Young. So yeah, you're right on that comment, Paul.
Yeah, and I wondered because they had a lad who got injured in the warm-up on it, which is why is it Lewis Potter? Lewis Potter was playing.
He come on in the end, didn't he? Potter did.
Yeah, no, well, he started, didn't he? Because they had an injury in the warm up, so he played against.
Oh, did they?
He played against Young, yeah. So because he got the legs on Young, and he came inside, Young couldn't keep hold of him. That's why he ended up getting booked early doors. So I
missed that.
Yeah, well, after that, he didn't allow Potter to turn, and if Potter came inside, he was just passing then on to say James Garner or Garner Gang.
The Blues has just said here.
Sorry.
Yeah, put this on. This is what I did think as well. I have this going through my head because I'm a football man. I'm a toffee. Right, here we go. I thought Ashley Young, that was stupid getting a yellow card. I thought that's stupid getting a yellow card there. But then I thought to myself, remember that time when Garner Gay should have took a player out and he didn't? And you said to yourself, just get a yellow card and stop the counter-attack, get back and reset. And you're right, the Blues. I do remember in my head thinking, you know what, I'm going to let you off because if Young didn't make that foul, they was running straight through the centre and they would have caught us. So maybe it was a good professional foul, just a bit early that got me scared. But you're right, the Blues. I'm with you on that. And
2-1 then, that you could just see the confidence. I just felt that when that goal went in, I was confident we were just going to go on then and win it because I don't think Brentford, they did have a couple of chances. I mean, we kind of had this was kind of a turning point, if you like. This comes after our second. So they might have scrambled one in. But look at the bodies on the line. Do you know what I mean? People have thrown themselves all over the show. And we managed to survive it.
Oh, I remember this one.
Well. Yeah.
Is this the one where Brantwaite gave away a stupid free kick and Tarkowski went and grabbed him and he went and I've never seen. I hate Tarkowski when you're playing shit and he smiles and you think, come on, give a shit. But this was a different Tarkowski. He went to Brantwaite, grabbed him, pulled him in position and goes, why have you given a free kick away that easy? We've got to defend this now. And by the way, Brantwaite is amazing. I'm not knocking Brantwaite because Brantwaite, I love him. But I'm just saying Tarkowski, the point isn't on Brantwaite because Brantwaite, he's a clone. He's unreal. But my point was, if Tarkowski, I was shouting out, if you're going to be captain, care. Be a battler. Be that Tarkowski that used to run up to opposition when your players get taken out and used to threaten them. Be the brutal Tarkowski that we all want. We don't want to see you smile. We want to see you headbutt players in a nice way where you don't get a red card. We want to see him as a machine. And I honestly do think, Paul, when I watch this, if Tarkowski didn't switch them all on and grab them all and ruffle them up, I don't think they would have got back like they did and put the bodies on the line and defended this, and we could have conceded a goal. It's that switch on. Do you know when they switched off? Tarkowski could see it, and he thought, right, we're going to concede here. He switched them on. It wasn't nice. They still could have scored, but we did enough just through Tarkowski when we're under threat, giving them that, come on, switch on. We're going to concede. He's telling them they're going to concede before they do to make them stop conceding the goal. And I liked it. I did.
Well, like Pablo mentions, Tarkowski used to play for Brentford apparently and left under a bit of a cloud. So he does tend to get a bit of stick when he goes there. So I think he was up for it in that way. Well, like you said, he had a go at Brantwaite, put him in position, and then he grabbed DCL. He grabbed DCL and then moved him all the way to the back of the line. Did he? And then
well, he'll not hit him.
It just came down then in this. It just came down then in this area, but no one switched off. Everyone was diving at the ball. Brentford had about 4 shots in this scramble, and I think about 4 different players ended up blocking it. So it was probably one of those moments where we kind of get away with it, but then it goes even better, and the game ends up going for us, and it's good night Vienna, isn't it, when this goes on?
But it's what happens to us, isn't it? When we miss a chance like they did then, you go and score the other end. It gives you that little boost. That sort of defending that you've just shown earlier on, that's like a goal for us. That's better than a goal, because it's a difference between them being back in the game. That defending like that for a defender is a goal. That's amazing. We defended well. Yeah. And then it makes them think, right, we've missed our chance. Then our chance comes here. And McNeil, by the way, I'm going to give a lot of players a shout out before we end this, but McNeil was on fire. He's composed. He was back. He wasn't there at Arsenal. I think he needed the game under his belt. But I'll tell you something. McNeil, he was. You make me feel Dwight McNeil back, I tell you. I love him. McNeil was good.
He was. Like Paul mentions it, I was laughing my head off at this because it's still 2-1 at this point, and Pickford's come out. He's not cleared at the best, and it's gone to one of their lads who's just had a touch, who's about to have a touch, and then he's going to go for it from about 40 yards out, try and just lob it over everyone into the empty net that Pickford's left. And Michael Oliver, you probably give him an 8, not for refereeing, but for actually his defensive play, because he got in the way and they couldn't have the shot. And then
this is when you know it's your day, because we never get good referees. And I actually thought this referee was good to us today. I haven't seen anyone say it on Twitter, but there's a couple of times where we made fouls and the ref just let us go with it and he let us off. There's a couple of fouls where the referee was on our side, and for the first time, the referee was on our side. On that Tarkowski block that was just talking about, we'll keep moving forward. But Pablo, I'm not going to miss your comment. On Match of the Day, they highlighted Tarkowski on that scramble. Him brilliantly blocking everything. Tarky, you're a beast. Go on, Paul, carried on.
So I mean, the third goal, and I like this part of our play yesterday, was we didn't, what we said about the pre-match? We said we wanted to be more positive. We didn't want to defend on the edge of our own area. We didn't want to do defending like we did against Arsenal so far back. And actually, we didn't, because we ended up pressuring from the front, didn't we? And we've actually won the ball. James Garner's won the ball off one of their defenders. Straight away, we've got 3 people going forward, Garner, Decore and DCL in the centre. And the pass through from James Garner to DCL, it's just, he makes it seem easy, but it's a high pressure pass, which is only over sort of 10 yards, but it's the key about getting him through and getting his shot on goal. And he's done what Beto did in the first half as well. He's found his position, he's waited for the pass through, made his move. And you get a bit of luck with, coming off the keeper's leg or something, but he's still going in. And I'm really happy for him that he got it. I'm really happy for him that he almost seemed to be back, and I really hope I really hope that he can do it again going forward. Really do.
you know what? I don't know what you was all like, but I wanted. Oh, I want. Hey, baby cakes, you just don't know. No, who's the daddy? Who's the daddy? I actually wanted. God, what I was going to say now. I'm doing the cradle, and it's just put me off. What I was going to say. Yeah, here we go. I wanted. I'm too excited tonight. I wanted Calvert-Lewin to come on, but I wanted Beto to stay on. I never ever want Beto to come off. Even
Yeah.
if he's not fully fit, I think to myself, like, he holds the ball up that well. Even if he's getting tired, you just put it into him. He's still going to hold it up even if he's tired. I did want Calvert-Lewin on because I thought to myself, he is a threat. I wanted Calvert-Lewin on. And then I was thinking, can we sacrifice Garner Gay, who was quite sloppy, by the way, but I'm not going to get onto him because he will improve. I'm not going to get onto no one we won, but I thought he's a little bit sloppy. But I thought, can we go 2 in midfield and can we go 2 strikers? Now, this is why I say it's hard as a manager, because if Dyche did that and we ended up getting beat, it was a bad choice. So maybe we did need to keep 3 in the middle. And I understand why he did it. But it was a cracking substitution. A lot of getting onto Dyche's back, but I haven't seen a lot say, well done, Dyche, for bringing Calvert-Lewin on, who's seen the game out and scored a massive goal.
Yeah, well, the Arsenal game, we're 0-0. He makes the decision to swap like for like. So Beto comes off, DCL comes on. We then concede moments later. You're thinking, oh, if he'd only waited a few more minutes and we go 1-0 down, then maybe he would have gone 2 and would have had a chance of coming back into the game. But exactly the same way in this is that he went like for like again. It was almost looking as though it's pre-planned, because that's at least 2 games where on the hour or around the hour, he's done like for like with DCL coming for Beto. And this time it's paid off, because it could have gone the other way. It could have gone the other way. We might have done like for like. We might have done like for like, but taken, say, Garner Gay off. And then they create a chance in the middle of our midfield, and we'd be saying, oh, well, I don't think he should have gone like for like. You know, should have brought Garner Gay off and brought Beto on and have 2 up front and only 2 in the middle of midfield. So, you know, you gotta doff your cap sometimes and sort of give him the credit really when it goes right. And thankfully it did.
Well, a lot of people are calling Dyche's head, and a lot of people want him out, and he's got like triple pressure on anything he does. He's got triple pressure because everyone before that game is saying Dyche out. I've never seen Dyche out so much before that game. And he's got a lot of pressure, which we probably shouldn't put on him because he's going to be our manager, whether we like it or not. So let's just get behind him and let
whether he likes it or not as well, I reckon.
Yeah.
Whether he likes it or not as well.
Yeah. Well, it's not going to change, I tell you. And I don't think it needs to change either, because a lot at the end of last season was saying Dyche kept us up. If Dyche was Leeds manager, Leeds would have stayed up. If Dyche was Leicester's manager, they would have stayed up. Dyche kept us up. Now, a lot of people they're making things more negative than what they need to make it, Paul. They are. It's like if something bad happens, they just want to dwell on it so much that everything ends up so much worse. And that's what some of our fans was doing. There wasn't saying we played well Wolves, we played well Sheffield, and we played well Fulham. We was the better team. All they were saying is we've lost 4, we've drew 1, we're shit. They don't actually say what happened. They just wanted our fan base to get more negative, and just get more stressed out than what we needed to be. That doesn't need to happen. And I'm glad we won this game now to change that, because it was becoming so toxic. And I know we're stressed. I know we've been through shit, but we don't need to make ourselves more stressed than what we need to be. It's not nice and it's draining. I hate it.
Yeah. I mean,
here we are. We're on the screen.
Thanks for the comments as well.
Can everybody just thank Paul there, because I was out and he's just got all that stuff on the screen to put for you. And literally, he's better than me now, isn't he? I used to do that. I thought it was my little thing. I thought I was really good doing that, but Paul's better than me. Got all the stuff on the screen.
Eliana will be on next time.
Well, she smashed it as well.
It'll be the Eliana and Jamie show soon.
We'll give them a go. We'll give your daughter a go with Eliana on it as well.
Emma's asking about whether we might have Jack Harrison Wednesday. Supposedly had a good game for under 21s. I think Sean was always going to put him in a game like that before he sort of puts him in one of the tougher games. I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see how much he puts behind it, to be honest, because we don't have a great record in League Cup. We obviously got battered away at Villa. Chances are they will make changes. I don't know, but how much weight do we put behind it? Is it going to be the same team that played against Brentford? What do you think?
I said this. Someone went out, tactical Matt, like him, by the way, not BITCHES in him, but he said we could play a different squad because we need to rest our players for the next Premier League game. I said no, I'm not game for that. I think when it's took Dyche quite a while to get the right combination to build the confidence in these players to believe that we're going to win. If we go and play this Aston Villa game and get battered, you lose that belief because you remember the last game. So I personally think these players now are fit enough and we've got enough strength in depth to risk playing our strongest team against Aston Villa, because if you win that game, it sends you into the next game with confidence. And we've got strikers now. We've got Beto, who's amazing. I love him. We've got Calvert-Lewin coming on, who looks like he's in top form again now. We've got Shamiti, 6'6", who's raw, but he's a good third striker to have. Not many teams have got that as a third striker. We've got Dan Juma on the wing who didn't get a game and didn't start. Come on. We've got Harrison coming back. We've got a good squad now. And I know it wasn't showing and people will show the results, but I just think, Paul, I feel we need to go on. You said it, Paul. You said it and it stayed in my head. We're going to win the cup this season. When we was this shit last time, sorry about the language, when we was this bad that time, this is the way it works with Everton. When things are bad and you don't expect it, you go on a good cut run. I think our fans deserve a good cut run. I really do. And it would get our fans going. Our atmosphere is so good. Let us just travel on the cup. Let us just win a few games in the cup. It will give us confidence. So I generally do think a good cut run wouldn't do us no harm, Paul. And I want to win a cup. I just love it. I'd love to spawn a cup. I'm not saying... But I am saying I want to stay in. I want to win that cup. I think we can knock Aston Villa out. I think we're better than what we was when we played them last time. I think they might rest a few, and we should pounce on that because I've seen bad teams win cups before. I've seen Wigan win the cup before we got Martinez. So stay in that cup. Yeah. Stay in that cup.
Well, there's been plenty of teams who have actually won the cup and got relegated. I think the Wigan were the last ones. They beat City in a cup final.
Take that back. Take that back. What are you saying? What are you saying?
Well, that won't be us. That won't be us. That won't be us.
What are you saying? What are you saying? Sending me balmy then. I'm just saying we're going to win the cup, and then you drop there's teams that have won the cup. But no, what happened with Everton? By the way, we will finish like Europa League spot now. Don't worry.
We will.
Get me worried.
I didn't mean that was us. That's not us. I wasn't talking about us.
Oh no! By the way, there's been cracking numbers on today, which we're trying to push, and I feel we deserve. But some people just don't come on our stream because they I don't know, they don't want to have fun with us. But trust me, you participate, you'll enjoy. Don't cut your nose off to spite your face because we read out all your comments. We're a very fair channel. We interact with you. And this is about you in the comments as much as us. Me and Paul come off this and we just talk about the people in the comments. So we want loads on. We want you to interact with us. Get on, like and subscribe because that's what it is. This is an Everton pub. This is a Toffee Bluecast pub where you go in the pub and you chat to all your Everton mates before and after the game. That's why I set the channel up so we can all say what we think before and after the game. And we just have a get together. So when you see this channel on, you're like, oh, Toffee Bluecast. So I'll go and speak to a few Everton fans. I'll speak to Jamie. I'll speak to Paul. I'll speak to this. You go in. Don't even need to have a drink. It's just in my head pub. But you go in, have a laugh, talk, say what you think, and go out. That's all it is. Don't deprive yourself. Come along, get on it. And there's quite a few on. I'm liking the numbers tonight. And I want it to get going now.
Yeah, I was just going to say it was nice on a Saturday evening to actually see things on Twitter or whatever. And everyone just be dead happy about it. All the clips.
You know what? Paul, okay, are you right? Let's do this now. Paul, are you available tomorrow? Tomorrow night.
Am I available tomorrow? Monday? Yeah.
Jamie, put in the comments. Are you available for this Grease Lightning? Jamie, are you available for? So Jamie and Paul are doing the Grease Lightning song tomorrow. It's been voted. And then
is the song changed now? What song are we doing?
well, no, you and Jamie are doing Grease Lightning, and then
Are we?
Pablo's going with the Elvis. So me and you will have to do Elvis Presley. You've got the hair, I've got the collars. So after you've got 2 shows here, Paul. After you've done Grease Lightning with Jamie, get a wig, please, Sandy. So tomorrow night we're going live. There's going to be Grease with Paul and Jamie, Sandy, and then before the next game, well, after the cup game when we knock Aston Villa out, or even if we lose, but I think we'll win. After that game, me and Paul will do Elvis Presley after we've won that game as well.
How do I end up like in every singing section of this show?
But the problem is, we talk about Greece, and you look like Johnny Travolta, and then Pablo talks
Not
about
now,
Elvis, and you've got the Elvis as well.
Probably not John Travolta with 70 odd.
Well, in his prime, I'm giving you in the prime. He's a good-looking guy you are. So people saying that's a good compliment to you that they're saying there.
I know.
We'll have fun on this channel, people.
I appreciate the compliments. I appreciate it.
Paul, people in the comments, I was excited to do this because I told you. Jamie said to me, this man here, 9:30, it's on, by the way, 9:30 tomorrow night. Jamie and Paul are doing Grease Lightning. Tune in. It'll only be like 5 minutes of a song, 10 minutes, but it's going live tomorrow night. I'll have it on. Put it in your diary because you can't miss this. I hope Jamie gets the wig and it will be amazing. And they'll just sing the song that you've asked them to do a duet for, and they'll do it for you. So that's going to happen tomorrow night, 9:30. It's on.
It'll be terrifying.
Yeah. It'll be good. We're good. Yeah, I was just going to say, I'm so happy that we broke it, though, because I was feeling the curse was building, but I believed that we could break it. Wasn't a given. I said to you, we're going to have to earn it, and we had to go through the motions, because when you built up this much bad luck, when you've had all those chances against Fulham and you don't put the ball in the back of the net, players, I play football, you start thinking you curse. When a striker doesn't score, he doesn't score for a while. When he scores a lot. It's called look into it. It's called confidence. That's what it's called. And like I say, Fulham, all those chances and we couldn't put it in the back of the net. You think, what more can we do? That's what the players are thinking. Wolves, we was the better team till 60th minute. They have one chance, we concede. The players' confidence goes again. Then Sheffield, we're on top and the ball hits Pickford on the back of the net, goes in, and we end up drawing. You start to think we're cursed. And I'm so happy that we broke that duck now. People don't realise how big this is. Some will think, oh, this guy's going nuts, got his Copperberg out just because he's won a game. No, I know that was massive for confidence. Once it, Paul, though, as a footballer, that win to Brentford, who, what did you say that Brentford are unbeaten in how many at home?
They'd only lost 1 at home in the last year. They'd played 17 and they'd won 8 and they'd drawn 9. So what we were saying in pre-match was that they do concede a lot. They score a lot, but they do concede a lot. So they were definitely there to be had. And also as well, actually, I did hear a stat that we hadn't beaten Brentford at Brentford since like the 60s or something like that. Absolutely ridiculous. I mean, we haven't been in the same league for the majority of that, but anytime that we played Brentford, we haven't actually beat them. So
no, Jamie says we haven't beat them. At their place in top flight football.
I've now, though.
And we broke them.
Hey, we have now. Yeah.
Well, people. The thing is, when it happens, some people think, "Well, we played well, so we should have won that." Don't think that, because it wasn't a given that we played well. They had to earn that. They turned up when a lot of people before that game was like, "Oh, we're shit, we're doomed, we're going to get battered." No one, other than me and a few, not many. There was a few, though, to be fair. There's some positive ones out there with me, especially you, Paul. Even Jamie said to me before the game, I'm worried about this one. I said, no, and he goes, right, I trust you. He got behind it, and Jamie was up for it. A lot was worried, but you don't need to be worried. The change, it's like people just want to be angry and kick off for no reason. The only substitution was Dan Juma come off and James Garner come on that everybody wanted, but just because he was on the wing, people was kicking off. It wasn't a substitution that was going to kill us that game and make us lose. Still get behind it, isn't it, Paul? Do you think, I just think when I've gone on my Twitter the last couple of games, I haven't liked it. I've come off. It's boring. It's toxic, and people just like to moan about stuff more stuff than they need to moan about. And it's been negative and toxic. I know why. We've been in 2 relegation battles. I understand it, but it's like in your life. If you keep living in your past on things going wrong, you don't move forward. You need to forget about it, put it aside, because dwelling on that is not positive stuff. So put it aside, forget it, start fresh.
Yeah.
And I said this game, Paul. I said, we need to forget about Arsenal, because some people are still talking about Arsenal on the space before the game. And I says, he's like, yeah, but this happened to Arsenal. I says, we're playing in 10 minutes. Don't worry about Arsenal. Get that out your head. Yeah. Such and such was shit Arsenal. Don't worry about that. Get that out your head. The game's going in 10 minutes. These players have got a fresh slate. Get behind them. And we did get behind them. I just hope we can be more positive now. We've got to spread the positivity. If all of you that are listening on can be positive, you'll bounce someone else to be positive, and we'll do well this season, and we won't be in a relegation battle. We'll be pushing on. I remember Aston Villa last season, Paul. They was near the bottom, and then they changed manager, and they got the Europa League.
Yeah,
they was at the bottom with us. Aston Villa was like, when we played them, they was at the bottom with us. They beat us, and then they went on to get Europa League. We only played 5 games, and people were saying we're down. That's ridiculous for me. We played 5 games, and people were saying we're down. No. You've got to fight. Go on, Paul.
No, exactly right. It's hard to. I mean, you've got Everton fans who are not just going off the last couple of seasons; they're going off the last few decades of disappointment. So it's hard to get out of a rut. It's hard to get out of a habit of having a moan on a Saturday because we haven't won. And there's plenty of people who, whether they admit it or not, they actually enjoy the moan. We don't want that. We want to enjoy the talking about the win and how amazing everything is. That's a hard thing to come to grips with when you've had decades of moaning and complaining about everything about the club. And it'd be nice to have a little run of wins. Wednesday's going to be hard, but hopefully we get something decent from it. But do what Dan's saying, and just don't dwell on negatives when we're about to play another game. Look at the positives. And this was very much like us. We could have, in the past, we would have lost those first 4 games, even lost against Sheffield United, and then beat Arsenal. This time we've got a draw. We lost just about against Arsenal, and then suddenly beat Brentford away. You wouldn't have called Brentford away as one of the wins, would you? So we're very good at being inconsistent. Thankfully, we lost a few, and then we won 1. So, go on, Elvis.
Pablo loves it. No, I agree with you, and I just think we've got to get behind them now. If you're giving a player crap, he's only going to get worse. If you're knocking him down, it's only going to get worse. I get frustrated when players don't feel well, but do I think calling him shit and saying you're crap, you're awful?
No.
Do I think that's going to help him? No. I've told people, and I've said this with Onana, he's going to play this season whether you like it or not. I don't think he's completely up to standard, but I think he's got a lot to improve on. But I think we need the best Onana. I'm not just using him for example. There's a lot of players out there. You can jump on them, but it's not going to help. You've got to get behind the players, whether you like them or not, whether they're letting you down or not. Because if they're not doing it, Dyche will push them to do it, and you need to push them to do it as fans as well. And we need those players to be the best players they can be. Getting on them and saying the shit. Do you think all of a sudden we're going to sell Onana just because you say shit and he shouldn't be playing? He'll still be in the squad. He'll still be there. He'll still get played this season. You've got every sub, every 11 in that starting 11. We need to be the best they can be. We're supporters. Yeah. We get behind them. We represent Everton Football Club. We're supporters. As long as, I said to you, Paul, we set the standard. We set the standard. So if our atmosphere is always incredible, pushing them to be incredible, they will be that. And there is no coincidence for me that away atmosphere was that good and that we played that well and we brought a game back when it went 1-1. And it's no surprise for me, sorry. I'm so happy that we've won this game and we're on tonight actually celebrating a win. Can we do this every week, please? This is fun.
Nice,
this is so much fun.
It'd be really nice.
This is it.
I think it's going to be much easier to get up for work tomorrow and nicer to walk in. Guy who works at our place is a Liverpool fan, so actually it'd be nice not to avoid him tomorrow.
No, you'll be going in like this. I'll be going in like. Here we go. Going into Will. Ooh, yeah, baby! Come on, Brentford, we had you. Brentford, what you say, Brentford? Yeah, refreshed you. Can you beat Brentford? That's what it'll be like. You know what I mean? I'm
Can you imagine what Dan's going to be like if we win 2 games in a row?
Brentford, what are you doing? I'm going to work. I'm going to work like this. Let's say, hey, look, a unicorn, smashed it. Love it. I love it. I told you. It ain't about how hard you get hit. It's about how hard you get hit, how much you can take and keep moving forward, as Rocky says. That's what he says, isn't it? It's about how much you can take and keep moving forward. Now, it wasn't good. The players wasn't confident. But Decore's smile, it's good, isn't it, Paul? You've got to love Decore's smile. When Decore's happy, everybody's happy. He's like Kante, isn't he? He's that sort of player. You can't not love him when he's happy. And I'm so happy Decore did that. And I like Decore in the press conference. He said that this is amazing, by the way. Oh, look at him! Look at him!
Hey, bloody hell! Nearly when he jumped over him. When he jumped over him as well, I thought, Christ, we've lost Decore because he's broke his neck.
I can't believe Decore can jump over Calvert-Lewin.
Yeah,
that's what I say about corners. If you've got Decore jumping over Calvert-Lewin like a salmon in corners, this teams have got rise like a salmon. Decore, he jumped over Calvert-Lewin. This is what happens when Decore scores. He gets excited. He starts jumping over players, and this is confidence now. Calvert-Lewin's happy. By the way, I just want to say this again. By the way, I've had a little tiff, nothing serious, but some people saying, "Oh, Calvert-Lewin, why has he had a dig in the match of the day thing? Why has he had a dig?" At the end of the day, right? It's bullcrap. At the end of the day, Calvert-Lewin played for us. He's gone through so much crap to get fit. He's played for us. He committed himself to try and win something that he shouldn't have, and nearly broke his jaw. Probably did break his jaw, and he come off in so much pain and was getting booed by so many fans. That doesn't feel good, and that stays with you. And it shouldn't have happened, and it stayed with him. And he just made the point that 1 minute the fans are booing you when you come off, which I don't think they should have booed him in that incident. I know the fans didn't see what happened, but at the end of the day, until you know what's happened, then don't jump on it. That's what I think. Yeah. But I don't think Calvert-Lewin's had a dig. I think he's just saying what Calvert-Lewin is saying. He's just saying how quick the tide can change. Do you know what I mean? That's what he's saying. He's just saying 1 minute the fans disappointed, and then I go and I can change it just by scoring a goal. And this is how he's trying to make this point about results as well. We can lose 4 games and draw 1, not win all them, and then win this game and then win the next game. He's just making a point that things can change. So just stupid that is. Don't knock Calvert-Lewin for saying that. He said nothing wrong.
He also said that it's because they care. So he knows. And it's...
Look at the collars like mine.
I love a good collar on a shirt, though, to be fair. Love a good collar on a shirt. Right,
so what we're going to do, we've had loads on. Please like and subscribe. But I'm really happy with the numbers tonight. It makes the channel worth it then, because we do this to get you together. And if you don't all turn up, it makes us think, why didn't you turn up? So all keep coming along every time we do a show. Thanks for the comments. There's been so many. Paul's been chucking them on. I've been chucking them on. This has been so much fun tonight, and I've really enjoyed it, and I want it to keep being like this. So thanks for the comments. So just to be clear, tomorrow night, 9:30, Paul will be doing Greece with Jamie at 9:30. That's been agreed. So that's going live at 9:30. It shouldn't get done for copyright unless they're a gold buzzer and they absolutely smash it, and it's just like it goes a #1 hit. So it should be okay on the channel. So Paul and Jamie tomorrow night, 9:30. Look at his face first, him. And then we'll play the Aston Villa game. We'll do the pre-match talk. And then after we beat Aston Villa, whether we win or not, we'll do an Elvis Presley, and I'll get this jacket out, and me and Paul will do an Elvis Presley. So Paul's fully booked. So if anyone wants him, don't even bother ringing him because he's fully booked.
Parties, bar mitzvahs, all that jazz.
You're happy, ain't you? In the comments, just before we go, you're happy.
I so want to do this. I so want
By
to
the-
do this.
Paul,
I love
when you-
singing in public.
when you come down to meet me, Paul, for the weekend, you're competitive. You're the nicest person
Yeah.
ever, but I tell you something. When we was at the pub and Everton lost against Wolves, you was fuming like me.
I was absolutely livid.
Yeah, we all are. We all hate Everton losing. This is what I say. Some people come on and they think, "Oh, we're just too positive, Looney Tunes, and we've lost our marbles and we're smoking whatever," as some people say. But no, trust me. When Everton lose, me and Paul get fuming. But we've got our head screws on. We play football. We know there's no point in dwelling on the last game. You move on to the next game, and positivity moves you forward, and negativity moves you backwards. So no matter what, whether you like what you see or not, keep being positive because that's the only way things are going to get better. Looney Tunes.
Yeah, we're gonna have to. I'm gonna have to go now because I've got to go and learn the back catalogue of Greece. I hope you're going to sort the music out and stuff.
I can't wait for this. I'll sort it out. Don't worry. I'm the DJ. I'm going to try and get Ryan Rooney to play the guitar in the background. If he can't, then we'll just. If he can't, then I'll just have to get Eliana's guitar and do it, guitar and do it myself. Right? I'm going to drop the banner. Everyone tonight. Do you know when you go to sleep like this, and you're lying there, Paul, going to sleep? Just think about that Decore goal and just smile like Decore before you go to sleep. Everyone's going to be so happy tonight. I'm still happy. Right, drop the banner. Thanks everyone for coming on. Please join us next time. Don't miss a show. And if there is someone that hasn't been on, me and Paul would like to give someone a chance to come on. Jamie will be on as well sometimes. We drop him on when we can. And others as well. We sometimes drop everyone on. Let us know and we'll have you on. Here we go. Here's the music, Paul. Say bye.
But if you don't want to tell me now, I guess I'll never know. Here we go, turning all the wrongs into rights. Here we go, you can take me there tonight. Whoa, this life is all we own. Whoa, I can't stay if you can't let it go. I never really know what's
Let's get
going
down to
on.
business. See if it makes us feel.
Oh, get on the stream. We'll be celebrating. I really do.